Hello, Gemini. Thank you so much for joining this video session. This is your December monthly reading. Very soon, we're approaching the end of the year. And I sincerely hope that in the year 2024, you have achieved and got everything that you wanted and you wished for. And moving into 2025, I also hope that all of you guys will be able to make more achievements and I wish love, abundance, and prosperity come into your life. Now, today we're going to use Oracle of the Celestial Deities to do your reading. And of course, we're going to pull some extra tarot cards pool. And at the same time, we're also going to use Lenormand to check different areas of your life. Now, first of all, we're going to shuffle Oracle of the Celestial Deities. Let's have a look at what's the energy at this moment for you guys. What could be blocking you and also what could be assisting you, all right? Very good. Thank you so much, universe. Please kindly give us some useful advice and also guidance for our Geminis. Your first card energy is Hercules, strength. Now, what could be blocking you, our Geminis, is Persephone. Now, what could be helping you at this moment is Orpheus. Okay, love this energy. Okay, so our Geminis, listen. Your energy, your main energy is showing up as Hercules. Now, Hercules in ancient Greek mythology is the god of strength, but he was only born as a demigod. He was not as a full god because his father is Zeus, but his mother is not really a divine. And so he was born half divine, half human. And because of that fact, he was mortal, basically, meaning that only divine gods can live forever. And during his lifetime, he faced a lot of challenges. Sometimes it's because of the harsh physical labor that he had to go through. Sometimes it's also because of other people's vicious involvement actually in his life. For example, the wife of his father, who is not his mother, by the way, Hera, the goddess of the sky and marriage, persecuted him throughout his whole life because, as you can tell, him being an illegitimate child between Zeus and another female, the wife of Zeus, Hera, was extremely angry. And so Hera tried her best to kill her, try to put a curse on her. And so Hercules' life was not necessarily easy if you read the mythological stories. There are the very famous 12 labors Hercules had to go through, and none of them were actually simple. So Hercules' energy is telling you that perhaps in the months of December, what you need to do is to find your inner strengths. Life hasn't been easy, right? For a lot of the Geminis, of course, I understand. And one of the reasons, astrologically speaking, you can tell that the transit Saturn is still in Pisces. And so for a lot of Geminis, this transit Saturn is actually squaring, right, your natal sun. And if you have your Mercury in Gemini as well, then of course, the transit Saturn is also squaring your Mercury, or possibly even Venus. And so for Gemini, I have to say that, when Saturn is in Pisces and squares your personal planets, it might bring you a little bit, it might have already brought you a lot of challenges and difficulties and things like that. However, Hercules is really telling us that this is a period of time when we need to be strong, mentally strong, emotionally strong. Hercules is not a demigod, or he's not a person who would feel sorry for himself. He's looking at the challenges and he's thinking, okay, what can I do in this situation to survive? And he's practical, he's courageous, and also he has a very strong sense of perseverance. So this is the time that I think for all the Geminis that you need to show the world the inner hero in yourself. What could be blocking you is this Persephone energy. Now, of course, like what I said, Hercules is representing the inner strengths that you might have, but what could be blocking you is Persephone energy, the weakness, or the so-called I am being victimized by the environment, right? Someone created this difficult situation for me. Someone owes me money. Someone treated me unfairly. Now, when we are actually focusing on what other people are doing, Gemini, you could actually very easily slip into the victim consciousness, and we feel sorry for ourselves, where we just blame other people for the difficulties we're experiencing. And so try not to go there. At the end of the day, if you look at Hercules' life, you will know that a lot of the things were actually not his fault. And even if he was repenting his own sins, it was not because of him being a bad person. It was because he was affected, and he was yeah, I mean, negatively affected by the curse imposed onto him by Hera. And that's why he accidentally, killed people. Of course, I'm not saying, he never made mistakes. But a lot of the times, I mean, Hercules' difficulties was actually created by the environment around him, and it was through no fault of his own. But Hercules never really complained. He was strong, he was firm, and he just, faced those challenges and just, tackled them, with all the resources that he had. And that's the reason why, by the end of the story, you will know he was raised to the sky by his father, and he became a god. He became a constellation. Now, with Orpheus card on top that is showing what is helping you is that, first of all, Orpheus is representing the memories that we have from the past. So I do feel that, well, you are actually trying to go through this period of time. Orpheus is not telling you to be ultimately harsh, right, towards yourself or towards other people. When things are difficult, actually, we need to have more compassion. Not just towards a situation, but also for yourself. And know that it's okay to not feel always we're in control. It's okay that sometimes we are not getting everything under our manipulation, and it's okay that we lose control. It's okay that there are certain things that we just have to let them be what they are, right? But what we can offer is that inner compassion and empathy that we have towards the situation. Now, if I can give you a very simple example, let's say maybe one day your boss yelled at you in the office, and your boss is being rude and is being, crass, and you might be feeling that, but that's not even my fault. Why are you yelling at me, right? Now, the Hercules energy is talking about that inner strength to digest this information. Persephone, the energy that could potentially block you, is to tell you, please do not feel like a victim, all right? Please do not feel sorry for yourself. You know your value, you know what you have done. And so believe in yourself and believe in why you are there and what you have already contributed. Now, the Orpheus energy in that situation would be telling you to have a little bit more empathy and compassion. Maybe it's also because your boss is also under a lot of tremendous pressure and hurt. You never know what is going on in your life's own life, right? Maybe your boss is going through a divorce. Maybe your boss is also just being, bashed by their own boss, right, in the company. You never know what's actually happening there. So when we're looking at an unfair situation, and we can offer that empathy towards other people, and I think that it will also help us to manage our own emotion better. All right. Very good. But the important thing is that never doubt your personal value. Okay. Our dear Geminis, you know your value, you know you are doing great, and you know what you have offered. Okay, so just know that, please. All right. Now let's break them down into three different areas. Let's look at your communication and your interaction with the people around you. Let's look at your job, career, and finally, let's look at your relationships. All right. We're gonna pull three cards from the moment. Okay. For your communication and interaction, we have got the man. Okay, now this card is definitely talking about your communication dealing with a man. Okay, now this doesn't matter whether you're a man, you're a woman. Okay, this card usually is talking about how you deal with a male person there, and specifically, I would say that earlier, the example that I just gave to you about how you deal with your boss or anyone, right? But there's a very strong male figure there. We need to pull a little bit more cards to see what actually this card is talking about. Now, for your work, we have got mice. Okay. Now, definitely, might sometimes talking about some type of, difficulties or disappointment that you might be facing, because, mice, they will, eat the bread, right? They will steal the bread to eat, and you don't want the mice to be in your kitchen. And so this energy sometimes is talking about maybe when you are dealing with a male person, either it's at work or a client or a boss, something like that, you could be feeling a little bit off during this period of time. Now, one thing that I'll definitely say is with Hercules energy is please do not take things personally, Gemini. Please, please, please do not see this as, oh, this is all about me. This is all about what I did wrong. This is all about, I'm not good enough and all things like that. One of the things about this mice energy is that you need to know how to overcome this kind of negative emotion. Okay. How? With your inner compassion and love. All right. Now, with love and relationship, wow, you got the female card coming out, which is very beautiful. Now, I am seeing the man and the female looking at each other in here. So what does that mean? If you're already partnered, if you're already married, my lovely Geminis, this could be saying that this is a period of time where you will be fully supported by your loved one. Okay. If you already have a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a husband, or a wife, this is showing that even though when things are difficult, there's someone loving you. There's someone wanting to see you eye to eye. And when you are feeling vulnerable, they want to be there for you. Okay. We're literally seeing this couple supporting and focusing on each other. So I love this energy. Very beautiful. Okay. Now, also one thing that I want to say is that it doesn't matter whether you're a man, you're a woman, you're watching this video. Just know that sometimes when you are emotionally very unstable, you could also affect your partner. Meanwhile, you could also be very susceptible towards your partner's emotion energy as well. So it's also like what I said, yeah, an important time for you to understand how emotion is working for you and against you, because this is not just about affecting me, but it's also about affecting our union. All right. Very good. Now, in case you're a single, right? If you say, I don't have a partner, right? Then, what could this be saying? Now, then this would be actually saying that in your relationship and love life, you could actually possibly meet someone or show interest in someone, or this could even be about a very, very significant friend, to be honest, yeah, that could play an important role in supporting you and loving you this year, this month, okay? Now we're going to get a little bit more information about what these areas about. All right. Now let's pull also 3 cards for our Geminis, right? Dear universe, please kindly help us with some useful guidance and helpful wisdom for our Geminis watching this video. Thank you so much, universe. All right, first card for your communication, we have got the Emperor. I still feel that this is something related to a boss. Because earlier I kept saying, dealing with a boss, dealing with a superior. The Emperor energy literally is talking about a male, sometimes could be a female, yeah, but generally speaking, is a male, or could be a company or an organization that you will need to speak to, that we need to talk to, yeah. Also, with this animals and also Emperor energy, this is a very masculine energy. So I think this could also be saying what kind of position that you should take when it comes to communicating with your environment. This is about you needing to know how to command your space, how to command your speech and your conversation. This is about being very sure and being very firm with your communication. All right. It does not mean that you need to be aggressive, because aggression actually is not Hercules' strength. When Hercules is aggressive, he accidentally kills people, right? So that's not good. What we want to do is we want to be firm, but we want to be calm as well. All right. Now, with your work and career, we have got the 7 of Swords. Yeah, definitely. Okay. Now, for some of you guys, by the way, if you are wondering if you should make some changes, regarding your current job situation, I would highly recommend that you can think about, maybe you want to do some research about, job hunting. We're looking for other opportunities, specifically if you have been having problems with your current job or a job situation, or this could be about dealing with a colleague. Yeah, because 7 of Swords, sometimes this sitting here is usually talking about, maybe not the best teamwork. Let me put it this way. All right. Now let's look at love. All right, so for love, what do we have? It's called 7 of Wands. Now, with the 7 of Wands and the Emperor energy, earlier I actually said this is about being firm, right? Got your boundaries, right? What actually is the thing that you can accept and what you cannot accept. Now, these kind of things are, just about what we do, right? But because in this specific tarot decks, we're actually seeing Jason, okay? This is a picture from Jason and the Argonauts, and everyone is fighting over the same thing. Probably, I would say from the story, the Caledonian War, when all the men are fighting for the reward, right? And then you got, Orpheus and Hercules on top of them, which also is both of these men are actually a part of the Argonauts, to be honest. Now, I have a very strong feeling that I feel that perhaps you could face some, how do I describe this? Some competition when it comes to love, right? If you're a single, you're looking for love. This could be that you maybe are meeting someone that you really like, but maybe this person is so shiny, that is so amazing, and you're feeling that, but how am I gonna do this, right? Because they're so amazing, so popular, right? A lot of people love this person, love this guy, or love this girl. Am I good enough, right? Why would they choose me? It's a little bit like that kind of thinking, right? So this Seven of Wands with the Emperor energy just tells you that if you have these kind of self-doubts, these kind of things, you need to let them go. Okay. It's important that you actually have belief in yourself. Now, if you're already married, you're dealing with, your partner is stable with you. The man, woman, and the Seven of Wands sitting here is also telling you that always make sure that the conversation you have with your partner, the actions you take with your partner in your situation needs to be mutually supportive. This is not about who is right, who is wrong. This is not about why did you do this, why did I do that, right? That kind of conversation, because that becomes competitive. That becomes, deciding what, who is in the right, who is in the wrong, and that doesn't really serve the purpose. What I would definitely say about this situation is it's important that, again, that you bring that inner strength into yourself. This is about using your compassion, right, to digest your unresolved feelings, and of course, being open, regarding your communication with your partner. And I do feel that for a lot of people, for Geminis, right, there is going to be some kind of very productive conversation happening for you guys. Also, you got Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. Double seven in tarot actually means news. So again, this is definitely showing that this month, a lot of the trigger could be about, bringing the news in or receiving news regarding either work or other things. All right. Just make sure that Hercules tells you that you have all the inner strengths you have, and try not to see yourself either as a victim or see yourself as, why did this happen to me? Things like that. If you read the story, you will know at the end of the day, Hercules will always be able to overcome the challenges being imposed onto him. And also, if you just in case you didn't know, the reason why Hercules had to go through those 12 labors was because it was an order from the god of the sun, Apollo. And what does the sun represent? The sun represents our vitality, our future, how we want to shine. So if you are going through some kind of challenges, right? Our beautiful Geminis, just know that all the challenges are there because they want to push you up towards the next happy phase of your life. Thank you so much, Geminis, and I really enjoyed doing this reading for you guys. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like it, and share it with the people you care about. Sending you guys a lot of blessings, and I see you guys very soon in the next session. Bye.